Well, we finally got the Scottish Highlanders, and I want to apologize to the Scottish people and also to the Swedish people. When I was at my friend's house, for some reason, I don't know why, I called them Swedish Highlanders, but they are not. They are Scottish Highlanders, and I want to apologize to the Scottish people and to the Swiss people. Please forgive me for my mistake. But here they are. Our babies are here. And Betty out back is very happy that she has some friends. We haven't put her or them out with her yet. We want to get these guys to where they're a little more friendly with us and get them halter broke so we can lead them around. Especially the bull. I want him halter broke so that it's easier to handle him and keep him friendly. Now they get some pretty good horns. I don't see their horns coming out on them yet. But they do get some nice horns. And like with the goats, it's to help, distribute their body heat so that they don't overheat in the summertime. Scottish Highlanders are for really cold weather. I believe it's cold in Scotland. They get a lot of freezing weather there. And here we do too in the wintertime. And of course we haven't the last 4 years. It hasn't been like we used to get. We used to get like 4 to 5 foot of snow here at my house here. And so, we were always having to shovel. And so one year we decided, well, okay, it was time to buy a snowblower. So we bought a snowblower. I think we've used it once since we bought it 4 years ago. Yeah, we haven't had to use it. We've only had maybe a foot of snow, and I can drive through that with the car or the truck. You can walk in a foot of snow even. But that's the heifer here, and that's the bull. And he's kind of a brindle bull. He's going to change color more. She's not full. He's full Highlander, but she's not. She's only half. Her dad's the same dad as his dad is. So I'm going to have to get these guys wormed and get them their shots. And the goats have kind of enjoyed having them close, but Betty especially, they go back in that back corner, way back over there where that water trough is. They go back there and lay down in that shade over there, and Betty comes up next to them and lays down with them. So she's kind of enjoying having company. But like I said, I don't want to put them out with her yet. I want them halter broke and much more friendly, like Betty. Betty is a pushy friendly. She likes to. She comes up and she wants you to pet her, and so she pushes her head. She rubs her head on you and pushes you around. That's how friendly she is. She's not aggressive. That's not an aggressive matter. It's just she wants attention. She'll even come up to the fence, and I can put like fly spray and stuff on her and stuff. So that's kind of friendly you want with a cow. You don't want to. You know what? A lot of these farmers and ranchers don't have time. Ranchers especially, they don't have time to friendly their cows. Some of them they do, like the ones that they have to bottle feed because mom died, or mom just rejected the calf, or the calf was having a hard time once it was calved. It was freezing weather or whatever, and so they had to bring the calf in because it was froze to the ground. So, there's many different reasons why. So they will have a few cows that are friendly. Bull calves, they'll make steers out of them and, sell them to auction, even though they're friendly. But yeah, these guys, we want to be friendly. We want them halter broke. So once we get them halter broke, we want to make them so where we can brush them, trim their hooves. This soil here we have here is, this ground is very volcanic soil. And the horses I had in here, I did not have to, especially out in that back field with all the rocks and everything, I never had to have their hooves trimmed because between the soil and the rock, they kept their hooves actually a little too short. One of the horses we had, I contemplated on having her shod to get her feet to grow out because she was just wearing them down so short. And I had a friend come over and decide that she would like to have her, so I sold her. I hadn't been riding her or anything, so we sold her. And I haven't had horses since we sold her. She was a nice horse. She was, had a little stud colt. She wasn't supposed to have the stud colt, but she got in with the stud, and she had it the foal in December. Not good, but we didn't have a severe cold then, and the foal was born with a pretty thick coat of hair, so he did very well, and plus he had mom's warm milk. I'm quite sure the horses in the wild probably are bred year-round, and they foal probably in December, January as well. But I like my mares to foal like in May, June, and not any earlier than that. But now, since our weather hasn't been all that, I guess you could probably have them where they would foal in, February, March even. But I'm really hoping that this fall that we will get a nice, the Farmer's Almanac hadn't said a whole lot about the Pacific Northwest on the weather, that it wasn't going to be, it's going to be snowy, but not real snowy, so I don't know what they mean about that. But yeah, these are your Highlanders. I've tried to get him to be kind of friendly. He tries. He tries to be friendly. I think the flies are bugging him right now. Hey, little man. Hey, little man. Come on. Come on. We need to get you some fly spray. See, he backed off. He was getting a little irritated. You can tell by the way he was tossing his head and stuff. Yeah. So, if I can just, get him to smell me and know that I'm not going to hurt him. And those are flies. I need to get in here and get them flied down. The flies are even bugging me. This is alfalfa hay. This is first cutting alfalfa hay. You can see how stemmy it is. They go through it and get all the leaves out of here first. They're not supposed to be standing in there. But they'll get all the leaves out of here first, and then they'll come back and eat the stems. But yeah, that's first cutting alfalfa. We should start getting some second cutting alfalfa here shortly. Now the heifer is more afraid of me and us than he is. And I don't know why that is. But I've tried to get her to come close, and she just kind of turns her head and ignores you. So, come here, little girl. Come here, little girl. She almost looks like a Jersey, her head and all. But you can see she kind of shook her head at me. So that meant, no, I don't want to have you touch me. But he seems to be a little more friendly than her. He will smell you to where she won't. I'm going to have to just come out here one of these days and just sit down and just sit out here with a bucket of grain and get them to come up to me. I don't want to actually really go to them. I want them to come to me. I feel if they come to me, they'll be more understanding that I'm not trying to hurt them. You can see she's got kind of the long hair. Not as long as his, but she's got kind of long hair. If we can get these guys brushed and everything and kept them cleaned up. Now they got a little bit of a hay belly, so that really means that they need to be wormed. So that's what I'm going to do here next, is get some wormer and worm these guys. I ran out here recently. I think Betty's about due to be wormed too, and the goats are all about ready to be wormed. So I like to actually do the worming in the fall when the ground is starting to get cold, and so it'll kill the worms once. Because even when you worm them, there's eggs in the manure, and those eggs will even hatch out. And then when they eat the stuff up off of the ground again, then they'll pick up those worms. So I like to do it so they freeze. So that they won't be picking up new worms. She's licking on him. She loves him. They both gotta get flies sprayed. I gotta get a new bottle. My other bottle is pretty much empty after using it on Betty. Anyway, I thought I'd show you that they finally got these guys home, and apologize to the Scottish and Swedish people for my very bad mistake, because these are Scottish Highlanders. Anyway, please subscribe. Please push the bell so you get a notification every time we upload a video. Please make a comment. And please push the like button. And I'll catch you on the flip side.